Good evening and welcome to the MS Dinner of Champions, celebrating the Honorable Judge Dave Clifton and his wife, Rhonda Clifton, who is just as honorable. Dave and Rhonda are receiving the most prestigious recognition ever presented by the MS Society. It's the top one, the Hope Award. As the dinner chair, please accept my deepest thanks for your support. Tonight we came together to raise funds to help over 4,000 people affected by MS in our community. Your donations make a difference in the lives of those we know and love. Thank you for being here and caring for this important cause. This tribute is for two of the kindest, most generous and caring people in Northern Nevada. Rhonda, you are gorgeous and vivacious. Dave, you are handsome and intelligent. Please enjoy your much-deserved recognition. You make a difference for the betterment of others with your kind and philanthropic deeds. Dave and Rhonda, this is the time to laugh and have fun. Enjoy listening to your friends and all they have to say about the two of you. Those of you in the audience, sit back and relax. Enjoy the stories about our dear friends, Rhonda and Dave.
Hello and welcome to the National Multiple Sclerosis Society 12th Annual Dinner of Champions. I'm glad to support the vital work you're doing to advance research and treatment options for those living with multiple sclerosis. Your dedication to providing support for patients and their families, caregivers, and doctors, it makes such a difference. As United States Senator, I am committed to supporting your efforts by fighting to improve the Affordable Care Act and secure more federal funding for medical research on MS. And I am particularly happy to congratulate tonight's honorees and my good friends, Judge David Clifton and his wife, Rhonda. Anyone who knows Rhonda won't be surprised by how she's giving back to Nevada. She has such a big heart and so much love and commitment for this community. I am very pleased that she and David are receiving this award. And David and Rhonda, you have all my gratitude for all of your efforts. The Silver State is lucky to have this terrific organization dedicated to educating and fundraising to fight MS. You are making a difference for patients and families in Northern Nevada. Thank you for all of the work you do and have a wonderful evening.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm particularly happy to be here tonight because this MS dinner gives its highest award to two dear friends of mine, Rhonda and Dave Clifton. I go back quite a ways with both of them. I used to go up to Grace Warner Grammar School and put on a little show for the first and second graders. So I knew the teachers who taught the kids early on in their education. I know from a fact that at least 3 teachers of a Grace Warner school thought Dave Clifton was the smartest kid they ever taught there. I had some health issues years ago and quit doing my favorite pastime, which was jogging. One Sunday, Rhonda showed up at my doorstep with her buddy Jill Griner and said, I wonder if the judge would like to go jogging with me to my wife. So I went out with them reluctantly, and that led to years of running every Sunday around the streets of Reno and me telling my war stories and pointing out to my good things and the bad things that happened to me in relation to these various people who lived in these houses. I thought I was unique. But then I learned that Rhonda spends a lot of her time helping people that have various illnesses and that have been dealt blows in life. So David and Rhonda, for the community, I'd like to thank you for your boundless energy. We might see you at a fundraiser for an election of some friend of yours, in the judiciary. We may see you finishing a 150-mile bike ride at the front of the pack. And we usually go away tired and wondering what's wrong with us.
Congratulations on receiving the Hope Award tonight. Rhonda and Dave are incredible members and pillars of the Northern Nevada community. They make a meaningful impact on Northern Nevadans, not only in their public service, but also in their service to organizations like this. I first met Rhonda as a coworker. She quickly became a friend and neighbor to me and my family. When Rhonda introduced me to Dave the first time, it was at a human trafficking dinner that Rhonda was hosting, and Dave introduced himself and asked me whether I was Rhonda's new intern. In fact, Rhonda corrected him quickly and said that I was a coworker and, in fact, her boss at the AG's office. I am so honored and privileged to be speaking tonight on your behalf. In fact, I know I'm the only intern asked to speak. Congratulations on your award.
Hi, everyone. I'm always surprised when I end up in a place like this and I'm giving a tribute. That's what they asked me to do. I'm happy to do it. Dave and Rhonda Clifton are some of my oldest and closest friends, and I'm telling you, it's about time. They deserve this award. You know, I met Dave probably 33, 34 years ago. He was a brand new district attorney in Carson City. A lot of people don't know that's where he started. I was a brand new defense lawyer representing somebody, and I remember I was trying to get my case dismissed from my client, and I called up Dave as a young criminal defense lawyer, and I said, "What's going on in the case?" And he said, "I think the papers you filed are frivolous." I didn't know what frivolous meant. Anyway, I won the case, as I won all my cases with Dave. But in truth and fact, Dave is one of the smartest, brightest prosecutors I ever went against, and he's somebody that does things for his community. And Dave is absolutely, as ever, on top of his game. He is very, very impressive, and this is quite an appropriate honor for Dave Clifton. You know, when you talk about Rhonda Clifton, I've known her for a very, very long time too. Probably close to 30 years as well with Rhonda. You know, if anybody in town is an angel on earth, it's Rhonda Clifton. You ask her for help, she gives it to you. I wouldn't have been elected in 2012 if it wasn't for Rhonda Clifton's help. Rhonda Clifton is there for everybody when they ask for help. That's her. You know, she told me when she retired, she wanted the job of having like an endless amount of money to help people in charities. And she wanted to be a professional charity person, just to help people, not because of her, but because that's what she's all about. When people ask Rhonda for help, she's there. And that's why this dinner is overdue for Rhonda Clifton. There's an additional piece to Rhonda and Dave Clifton, and that is their sincerity as it relates to one another. Dave gives Rhonda the ability to do the things that she wants to do in the community. Rhonda as well respects Dave in his work on the bench and the kind of fun things that Dave wants to do. Most recently have traveled together and had an excellent time and a wonderful relationship together. They are two partners that are examples to everyone. So when you do a tribute, as MS has done for Dave and Rhonda Clifton for this dinner, and you think about the type of people that exemplify who are our champions in our community, you need to think Dave and Rhonda Clifton. Congratulations to you both.
Dave and Rhonda, this is such an exciting time for us to all be able to share your special night. Dave, I remember when you were a brand new prosecutor and I came to your office to make a plea deal, and you were so wonderful. You argued both sides. I just sat there and listened to you. And I bet there's a lot of people in the audience who remember that about you, Dave. You always have something to say. Rhonda, you are so amazing. I can remember you serving on the bench bar committee for criminal practice, and you took it in your hands to do everything for all of us. You made sure that it was a success and that everyone was comfortable with the decisions that were made. You are so organized. It is special to work with you, and I was privileged to serve with you then. Congratulations on receiving the Hope Award. I can't think of a couple that deserves it more than you. You've done so much in the community. And tonight, by getting all of us here and helping the MS Society raise money to help over 1,500 people in our community, you're just doing it again. It is a privilege for all of us to know you. It is a privilege for me to know you. Thank you for your friendship. Thank you for everything you do for the community. Thank you for being who you are.
Good evening. I'm delighted to add my voice to the many voices acknowledging the work that David and Rhonda Clifton have done in our community. Their recognition this evening for work done for multiple sclerosis is well deserved, and I join you in celebrating their accomplishments and this award. Only recently, the past few years, have I been enriched by my association with them, as I have learned to admire and love them for their service to me, to my family, and to our community. My wife and I have benefited from them as we suffered a deep personal tragedy in our lives. Rhonda's one of the few people I know whose soul is worn on her sleeve. What you see with Rhonda is exactly who she is. She's warm and she's inviting. She's involved in many causes. I imagine that David and Rhonda are slightly embarrassed by this evening, by the attention that they receive. I can imagine that they don't want a Clifton-centric ceremony. But for a moment, I'm delighted that you who are here joined me in making this about Rhonda and David and their wonderful work in our community.
Welcome to the MS Dinner of Champions tonight. I'm just so happy for two people I've always known are champions, Dave and Rhonda Clifton. Well, I've known Dave and Rhonda for probably about 10 years, just in the Reno legal community at first, and then just getting to know them personally. And like everyone, absolutely falling in love with both of them. What I admire most about Dave and Rhonda is their enthusiasm, their spirit. They exemplify everything that is good about this community. So something I always makes me think about Dave is we were at an event somewhere. I was at a different table, Dave and Rhonda are there, and there's a charity auction. And they are auctioning off a dinner with Michael Bolton. And I turn and I see that Dave is in a bidding war with some other woman for this dinner with Michael Bolton. He has now raised his hand, cut off the auctioneer, and said, "What about a second dinner? I want to have a dinner also." So, and the auctioneer is trying to ignore him and saying, no, Michael, it's just one dinner, and trying to move on, and he wouldn't let her move on. He wouldn't let her move on until Michael Bolton agreed to have another dinner with Dave and Rhonda. And it wasn't about, well, I hope it wasn't. I don't think it was about dinner with Michael Bolton. It was about Dave in there trying to make more money, trying to generate excitement, and trying to help people, because that's what they do. The thing with Rhonda is, and people will say, Rhonda's a force of nature. And what does that mean? It means you have to be very careful with Rhonda. Because if you give Rhonda a mission, you give her an idea, you give her a not even fully formed thought, and you press go, it's going to happen. So you have to make sure you really want it to happen. I can't think of two better recipients of the MS Hope Award. Dave, Rhonda, I love you both. I know you're champions. Everyone here knows you're champions. And we all love you, and we're so grateful for all the work that you've done here and you've done in our community. Thank you. And again, just congratulations.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's an honor to be able to speak to you tonight about Dave and Rhonda Clifton. I've always admired Dave's happy-go-lucky attitude. He's always positive. He's easy to talk to. He's always engaged, and he's a pleasure to be around. Rhonda's really, she's a gift. She has a smile and a heart that can light up a room. If somehow you could bottle her positive energy, you'd have quite a product on your hands. Congratulations, Dave and Rhonda, on receiving the MS Hope Award. It is such a significant award, and frankly, I can't think of anyone else more deserving. It's been an honor to know you all these years. You are truly champions of this community, champions of each other and your family, and I hope you enjoy this evening. Congratulations.